Hello, I'm just letting you know I'm having a decaffeinated coffee with almond milk, a apple, which I think it's Gala apple. Yeah, Gala apple, and a piece of rye bread toasted with 15 grams of peanut butter on top, which is 4.5 sins, so 1 healthy extra B and 4.5 sins. See you in a bit. Got some sweet potato bhajia, which I think 2.5 sins, but I will have to check. They might be 3.5 sins. See you in a bit. Blueberries. Hiya, so I'm just going to pop on quickly just to let you know what I've eaten so far. I've done quite well. I've sort of just kind of given in really, in terms of just sort of shut down a little bit, and I've just kind of tried to lessen off the obligations that I feel in my life just for a little bit today, because I don't necessarily have to do everything. So we've got a tidy up day tomorrow, so it doesn't matter overly that the house is a complete and utter tip. But I've written down my stuff today, because I was just letting my boy have some telly time on my phone, so I wrote it down instead. So I've just written it down in my book. So I think I've shown so far what my breakfast and my snack was. So basically, I just had some strawberries and light cheese at my mum and dad's house. Decaffeinated coffee with almond milk. And I came back, I had some apple and mandarins. I had some cheese, some vegan cheese, and everyone's been saying that I should probably just count it as a hex A, 40 grams for hex A, so I did that. So I've had hex A for vegan cheese and hex A for almond milk, and I did 2 pieces of 400-gram loaf bread and cucumbers. So basically I had a cheese and cucumber sandwich. And then my kids wanted some waffles, so I did them some waffles, like, you know, potato waffles, and I took a few bites from my son's plate with mayonnaise. I think probably I'm going to count something like 3 sins to cover it. It wasn't very much, but I struggled with that. I struggled this evening very much with wanting to bolster eat, so all I did was just watch telly, and the kids were watching their telly, and I just kind of just took it really slow, because the temptation to bolster eat is very, very high, that I just wanted to just really just chill out and not put any pressure on myself, because I didn't really want to do the same thing again, didn't want to bolster eat, so literally the minimum. And at one point, because I'd got the shopping arrived and basically it was still on the floor, and my daughter was like, it's all the same as when I last came in, there's nothing been tidied up. And I just sort of had a little chat to her about the fact that sometimes I can't do it all, sometimes I just need to stop, sometimes I just need to shut down, and I can't, you know, do it all the time continually, and I need to not feel like I'm obligated to do it, because I said to her that, you know, if she wants to help, she can sort of put a few bits away. And obviously I put the frozen stuff away, and I put the stuff that's supposed to go in the fridge, but the other stuff I was just like, you know, some days you just can't, can you? Some days you just, no, it's not happening. I can't. It's just, you've got no impetus to do anything, so yeah, and she understood, and I started to worry then that she was going to judge me because I hadn't put things away, and I had to just say to her, I can't take the obligation. I need to feel like when I'm around just me and the kids, I need to know that they're not going to judge me because of my behaviour, because it's not fair, and I don't want to judge them because of their behaviour. We always take each other as a, you know, we're not disappointments to each other. We're just helping each other through life. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to sort of have to push past this obligation thing. I feel like I should be doing it, but sometimes you just got to stop, haven't you? But they're both in bed now. They've both been bathed. They've done their little teeth, and I've had the stories. So it's 11 o'clock now. And I would like to just do a little bit of washing up, so at least I've got something to use for tomorrow, because we have literally used pretty much all of the cutlery in the house and all of the plates and all of the bowls. So I think a couple of loads of washing up would not go amiss, just to allow us to at least have some breakfast before we start doing the blitz of the house tomorrow. So basically, I think I'm on 4.5 plus 2.5 sins. 7 sins. So I'll probably say 10 sins with the bits of waffle. I'm pretty hungry now, so I'm probably going to put myself together some food, and like an evening meal of some sort. But the shopping's arrived, so I've got plenty to eat. And I got myself some salt, because apparently when you're vegan, which I'm trying my very best to become fully vegan. See, I've still got leather shoes, so I wouldn't say I'm proper vegan, because I'm not thoroughly doing it properly yet, because I still have leather shoes. Right, but anyway, sidetrack. I got myself some Cerebos iodized table salt. So we use salt occasionally on chips, for example, when we make chips, and I use it occasionally on tomatoes, like, you know, sort of like if I'm having tomatoes, I'll sprinkle a little bit of salt on them, or I'll have it on occasionally on, because you're supposed to have a little bit of sodium in your diet, but you're certainly not supposed to have a lot. And it says 1.5 grams of this iodized table salt provides around 15% of your iodine consumption. And apparently strawberries also have quite a high iodine consumption as well, or production, or iodine provision. So iodine, it says on the back here actually, iodine is an essential and important micronutrient as it contributes to normal growth of children, cognitive function, production of thyroid hormones and thyroid function, and energy yielding metabolism. So obviously at the moment my kids aren't vegan, because I'm not brave enough to do that really. I don't want to do it wrong. I can play around with myself all I like, because I'm a fully grown person and I'm not still growing, but I don't want to mess about with them. So they still have milk and cheese. My daughter doesn't really like cheese, but she still has milk. And milk and cheese have iodine in them, because of the fact that the cows get their teats cleaned with iodine, so it ends up leaching into the milk and cheese. So it's so you need a little bit of iodine. The other way of getting iodine is through seaweed. But it's quite a high dosage, so you've got to be a little bit careful with having too much of that, because too much iodine is not so good for you. So I thought the best way, just to introduce it slowly, is the fact that I do use salt occasionally, because you've got to use a little bit of salt and things, and I don't have any pre-prepared foods very much. Everything's always from scratch, so I don't get a tremendous amount of other salt in my diet. So I thought that would be a great way of starting to provide a little bit more iodine in the diet, because I'm not having any milk or cheese and such. So yeah, basically telling you that's what I've got. I don't think there's anything else particularly different. I keep running out of chickpeas, so I haven't had any chickpeas last week. So I've got to make the hummus. So we ended up buying the hummus. But I've got no chickpeas again this week, so I'm going to have to go actually. I thought there might be some in Lidl's, but they don't seem to do chickpeas, so I'll have to go into actual Sainsbury's and get some chickpeas. Yeah, so I don't know what else I've got particularly that's different. I've got watermelon, because it's quite nice to have watermelon, so we had a bit of that earlier. So yeah, basically this evening all I've been doing is just snacking on fruit. Since the delivery arrived, just bits of fruit here and there. But I think I'm going to make myself something proper, and I think because I've got plenty of beans now, I might do a jack potato. I might put potato in the oven, in the microwave, and then just have some beans and gherkins and things, because I think I'm going to need a little bit something sort of comforting, but obviously not sort of high sin, etc. And jack potato does that job, doesn't it? Okay, but I will video that for you when I make it. And I'm just gonna plug myself in and just try and do just a couple of loads of washing up. Not too much, not gonna over stress myself, but just potter on just for an hour or so. It'll probably be quite late before I go to bed, obviously, because it's 11 o'clock at night already. But I am hungry, so I may as well make myself some dinner and then do some washing up while it's cooking, you know. I'm not going to go mad and actually try and clean the whole house or anything, but at least I can get some way of having a hot drink in the morning. Okay guys, thanks for being there, and I will see you in a little bit. See you in a bit, bye. Okay, so I've just done a couple of loads of washing up and I feel a little bit better now, a bit more in control of my life. I've got about 6 little potatoes that I've microwaved, and on top of that I've put leftover chilli mixed with baked beans in there, so there's speed food in the chilli, and I'm also going to have on the side just you know, a couple of gherkins. Alright, see you in a bit.